Okay, we start our recording. This recording is for the Python for beginner class, but it is specifically for the make block CyberPi. So you can see here, it's make block CyberPi. And I record this so I can keep track of all of this, what we will use. And this class has 17, actually 16, 45 minutes lessons. So we go through one by one. Hopefully it will be easy. So for each class, it will come with an introduction of the time and the course schedule. So I show you the course schedule and also the material. We specifically go through the material one by one.
I'm going to answer top 3 questions my students ask me about Python. What is Python? What you can do with it? And why is it so popular? In other words, what does it do that other programming languages don't? Python is the world's fastest growing and most popular programming language, not just amongst software engineers, but also amongst mathematicians, data analysts, scientists, accountants, network engineers, and even kids, because it's a very beginner-friendly programming language. So people from different disciplines use Python for a variety of different tasks, such as data analysis and visualization, artificial intelligence and machine learning, automation. In fact, this is one of the big uses of Python amongst people who are not software developers. If you constantly have to do boring, repetitive tasks, such as copying files and folders around, renaming them, uploading them to a server, you can easily write a Python script to automate all that and save your time. And that's just one example. If you continuously have to work with Excel spreadsheets, PDFs, CSV files, download websites and parse them, you can automate all that stuff with Python. So you don't have to be a software developer to use Python. You could be an accountant, a mathematician, or a scientist and use Python to make your life easier. You can also use Python to build web, mobile, and desktop applications, as well as software testing or even hacking. So Python is a multi-purpose language. Now, if you have some programming experience, you may say, but Mosh, we can do all this stuff with other programming languages. So what's the big deal about Python? Here are a few reasons. With Python, you can solve complex problems in less time with fewer lines of code. Here's an example. Let's say we want to extract the first 3 letters of the text hello world. This is the code we have to write in C#. This is how we do it in JavaScript. And here's how we do it in Python. See how short and clean the language is? And that's just the beginning. Python makes a lot of trivial things really easy with a simple yet powerful syntax. Here are a few other reasons why Python is so popular. It's a high-level language, so you don't have to worry about complex tasks, such as memory management, like you do in C++. It's cross-platform, which means you can build and run Python applications on Windows, Mac, and Linux. It has a huge community, so whenever you get stuck, there's someone out there to help. It has a large ecosystem of libraries, frameworks, and tools, which means whatever you want to do, it is likely that someone else has done it before, because Python has been around for over 20 years. So in a nutshell, Python is a multi-purpose language with a simple, clean, and beginner-friendly syntax. All of that means Python is awesome. Technically, everything you do with Python, you can do with other programming languages, but Python's simplicity and elegance has made it grow way more than other programming languages. That's why it's the #1 language employers are looking for. So whether you are a programmer or an absolute beginner, learning Python opens up lots of job opportunities to you. In fact, the average Python developer earns a whopping $116,000 a year. If you found this video helpful, please support my hard work by liking it and sharing it with others. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel because I have a
This is another video. And we have the third video as well. This video is a demonstration of the Zen of Python by Tim Peters. Beautiful is better than ugly. Explicit is better than implicit. Simple is better than complex. Complex is better than complicated. Flat is better than nested. Sparse is better than dense. Readability counts. Okay, I stop over here. This is another demonstration of the program. Okay. Here. And then we can try to ask them to download this. This is a short game, and I will go through this first, and then I can give you the chance to check this is a PDF first. So this first page is about the introduction of Python. And this 5 minutes of the game. This is 5 minutes, 8 minutes about the large point. This is an introduction of Python, what they can do. Okay. And then this is how to use the mBlock online mode. Okay. Then the last part is about a poem about Python, the Zen of Python, with Chinese translation. Another demo is about graphics. Okay, and the next one is the PPT. PPT can be used in the classroom, but you don't have to. And it takes a while to load the PPT, so make sure the internet connection is there. What's the name of the Python? What's the keyword of Python? Okay. This is the Python video. What is mBlock? Of course, you have to use the mlink. So you have to install the mlink. How to write this. Okay. And this is the poem. The challenge part. Okay, you can try it by yourself. Okay, that's it. And then they have two different parts of the code. One code is for students, Let's see the student code first. Basically, they will download for, and you have connection to the CyberPi. So you have to use the M link first, F2 mode, and you have to choose a click and make the connection. Then you have this. So it asks you to type the code, and this it's really the text file, and then this give you the chance to try out the code for the graphics. Then we can see the final code. Final code is really for teacher to demonstrate how the code looks like. And of course, you can type in the code and you can use this to compare, and you can use this to run. Okay, let's try it to run it. Okay, so we have another screen which pop up. Start to run this. It's pretty straightforward. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the first class. Then we can move on to the second one. Again, first is about how to have the introduction, and this is a course schedule. Then we go to the curriculum with the material. I put together two separately, so it saves some time. We don't have to spend too much time to wait for that. Okay, it's Python data, true or false, and they will demonstrate the code. What's integer, float, string? And explain what's the data and the keyword. What's a list? What's a tool? What's a dictionary? What's a set? Ask them to do some practice. Okay, so that's a PDF, and of course we have the PPT as well. So you can see what's a hiker empire. You can play this. This is what's generated. I will show you again. What's a data type? Sorry. And integer, float, and string. So what's a list? What's a tool? What's a dictionary? What's a set? So this is the condition. Now it's a practice. Okay, that's pretty much it. Then we have two parts of the code. One is for students. Another one is for teacher to demonstrate. So we check the student part of the code first. It takes a while to upload, so just be patient. You have to make the connection first if you want to use the hardware. And you have this code. You can run it. It takes a while to load it, so just be patient. Okay. So you can see this. It's very wide, but it's amazing. Okay, I don't explain the code here. And then I have another one. It's about how to create a small sentence. Okay, the print out there. Then I have this, how to create it. Okay, I think for the teacher's part, it's almost the same. Just give a little bit more details. So do here, and we have something you can use as explanation. Okay, now we move to lesson 3. Start. Okay. So this is a PDF, I believe. Forgot to put the PPT over there. Oh, this is a PPT, not PDF. Okay, this is talking about the function. Input, output. And what's a variable? So you're talking about how to write down something. And then this is challenge part. Okay. Then we load the code for students, load the code for teacher. Student code. You can see the hello world is empty, and input code empty. And this is about task. Give them some hint. Then here is some of this instruction. Okay. Then teacher's part give you the full code so you can run. Okay. 5, 3, 8. Okay, so create a short story. This is a super easy one, print the hello world. Again, this is not about hardware, so it's purely Python. Just write as Python. Okay, this gives them some explanation. How to write 5, 2, 9. Okay, how it works together. And then you can run this again. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, finish course lesson 3, and now it's lesson 4. And again, we upload both PDF and PPT first. And on the background, I will start the coding for students and teacher. So it didn't really waste too much time, ask us to wait. This is about BMI. Give them the concept first, and then teach them what's a condition, true or false. So explain the BMI first, then tell them what's a code flow. So this is really like the design flow. design workflow, and then demonstrate the code. Teach them what's a condition. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And then we go to the PT. This is a workflow. So before we code, we can draw some of this workflow, make sure we understand that. This is about calculation. Okay, so this is how to get the BMI. Challenge part. This is another algorithm. Okay. Now we go to the student code part. After if, and you have different part. Okay, so there's something wrong because they don't have everything defined yet. But they will give you the complete code. Okay, then this is program guide. That's nice. So to here, this is for student to write their own code. So that's lesson 4. Now we move to lesson 5. And then we put the student code first and the teacher's code last. Okay, again, we put the PDF first. So this is PDF, but power of 1. Again, this is about the condition, while loop, if else. And teacher will explain what's going on for the loop. Here is about the large point. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Then we go to PDF or PPT. It's about the power. So we can break down into each step. And then how can we resolve this problem? Again, we use a workflow. You can use each step to show them what's going on over there. And then this is challenge part. And you can have some add-on. The last part is how to change that. Cool. This is the student part, while loop, break, then how to use a task. Is coding structure and instruction. Okay, you can use this as a demo. So it's you have to stop it. So otherwise it will never end. And they can show you one more time. Okay, you have to make the connection here first. Then I know sometimes they have the problem, so you can disconnect and then connect again. It should not matter, but sometimes it's like this because this is remote online, so you cannot ask for too much. Okay, we can move on to the next one. Unfortunately, this didn't work very well, but we can try it later. Stop, clean. Okay, you can stop it. This is about the, okay, they find something wrong, so they give you a breakpoint. That's why. Okay, and then we move to lesson number 6. Again, PDF, PPT, and student code, teacher's demo code. Okay, PDF. Actually, this is the same problem as find a random number. Okay, then we go to the PPT. Okay, so thinking about who is the guy hide here. But we can come back. Okay, we found it. How to randomly generate that? How to identify the spy? Now this is the coding part. Okay, so we have the okay, we have to pause here because we have trouble. Now let's check the code. This is random code. This is the demo code. This is about which one you're running. See the problem here. And then you can see this. I have random code and they have some demonstration code. Show you what's going on. And with explanation. Okay, so that's how it works. Okay, we have this. We play this first. Each time the flip the coin and just see which side it is. We have two parts of the code. Of course, we will load this code. But before that, we go to the PDA first. This is about flip the coin. Then there's something has been flipped over thousands of times. Somebody really did it. It's very interesting, right? But how can we do it without we spend too much time? Okay, this is go through the process. Okay, flip the coin. We already showed you this video, so we don't have to show this video again. And we can group the student into group and then check what's a possibility of the flipping. Actually, somebody tried thousands of times, so it's really interesting. You can check it. What you will see, this is the code you have to check. You can try. This is dice. Okay, so now we go to the coding part. You can run. Then the for loop you can run. Then this is a range you can run. And then you have this. Get it out because they have some trouble here. Okay, so to here, you can run it here. You can run this one here. You can also run this range. Open this, have the same problem because it's not really Chinese version. Okay. Really generate a lot. Then this is talking about for loop, range, and random. Okay. That's number 7. Number 8. You can open this first. Then you can see coding by student first, coding by teacher second. The last one is a short video. Okay. Now we go to the PDA first. This is about the sound. We explain how the sound works. What's a module working over here? We explain what's going on here. Okay. So all of this looks good. We go to PPT. We skip this one. It's talking about what this CyberPi is. What it has, hardware-based programming. What we can call import the CyberPi. That's one most important part. And this is talking about the API. So CyberPi has its own API. You can control the LED and all these buttons. Okay. So you can use this CyberPi to write a small sound. That will be quite interesting. So this is talking about make the connection first. Try the second one. You have some trouble to understand here. So we start. Press button A. This is some demonstration. Take a while to load. Then we can check how to code it. Use the API. Of course, the student part is pretty straightforward. Just show them the basic code. Okay. Then we have another one. This is middle section. How to code it with instruction. We have this PPT. What this each part means. This is about CyberPi. This is the audio functionality. This means play music. This is a note. Of course, this is a beat. And what type of music? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. You can check this code. And you can also define the light, right? So you have the definition and the function name. Now we will practice. It's very straightforward, but you can try much challenging one. Okay, you can connect first. Make sure you remember that. Show this is connect. Let's show the light. CyberPi. Another illustration. Of course, this is a sample code, so you don't have the real code. This is about music. You can play it like this. This is just definition of the function. Okay. So what do here? You have each one have the code first. Then you ask them to do a little bit practice, give them some explanation, and then ask them to do the practice. That's number 9. Number 10. Again, we load the PDF and PPT first. Then we have the code for students and also code for teacher. Okay, so this is a PDF. What's a Pi non-prod? We use this to check the music. And then we will see what the keyboard looks like. Okay, this is different instrument, have its own number. We have the core flow. Show them how to code it. That's it. And then we show you this PPT. How the hardware will simulate the music with the keyboard. So this is a library we will use. It's different instrument. The core flow, sample code. Okay, so let's see what's our code. This is sample code. We have to connect first. Then we can start. This code seems not working, so I have to stop it. Try it later. Okay, so I found the trouble. Let's see another one. Okay. It didn't really work very well. Mouse. Okay, stop it. The keyboard. Press key, press 1. Okay, it didn't really able to show me. Okay. Looks like they have some trouble to run. Yeah, I think so. But we will skip this. This is not matter. Okay, we have to reconnect. So stop recording first.